What's the story, our lad? What's the story, our? What's the story, our lad? What's the story, our? Our!
All right, our lads.
Grand, our lad.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to What's the Story Hour, coming to you from the Irish Institute of Music and Song. How are you doing, Ray?
Not a bother, Keith.
Happy birthday, our lad.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. 21 again. 21 again.
Yeah, right.
I was at the fucking 21 stone in the end. 21 years old.
I'm not far behind you, brother. Jeez, I tell you what, if you put our two stones together, we'd be probably the same as our age.
Christ, yeah.
Probably fucking more than our age.
What's the crack, Henry?
Alright, yeah, not bad, brother, not bad. Keeping well.
Good.
Well, anyway, stop fucking side talking. Who's been building the brig?
Tell you again, we've had a quiet week this week. Now, there has been, I suppose, look, we'll throw this one in here, really. We all know the, I suppose, tragedy, that happened up Dunsacna there at the end of last year. So, the fella charged them all with murder today, so please God, there's a bit of justice on the way for the family there.
Absolutely,
I'll say no more about that one. We've said that was today. I'll start you off with the story of Derek. It's a normal name for you there now.
Jesus, the names aren't even as exotic as they once were. Even. Come on.
I'll start you off with Derek, 19, from Dunsacna as well, actually. But basically, the story of Derek is, I suppose, an odd one. And that's another kind of silly boy here, I suppose, to be honest. So, long and short, this is in a car with his mate, and the guards got now a whiff of the old devil's lettuce, right? So, the guards come over, so Derek decided to jump out of the car and run away, and in the process of running away, tried to throw away a bag of weed, but, you know, obviously, that was seen as well. But that was it. So off he ran anyway. But didn't he leave his own bag in the car? Right? There was a bank card in it, and his ID in it, and a knife. Right? So this is where it gets hairy now, right? So we had this knife anyway. So solicitor said it was for his own protection that he had a knife. Right? He went to a gig one time, and he seen a man get stabbed. Couldn't get it out of his head.
Hang on, sorry, can I just stop you there for a second? You wouldn't get into a gig with a knife.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get past much White House with that.
But, so, you know, he had the knife for his own protection. Basically, the solicitor, as usual, come into bad eye. You know, he's a young man with great future prospects and all this sort of shit. Judge didn't appear to be having none of it. Now, didn't get any convictions or anything yet, adjourned to December.
Right.
But I don't think it's going to go too well for him, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because his argument was tripe. You know,
well, it was. They're trying to run away from the crime scene and get rid of evidence in front of the cops.
In front of them, yeah. I'll move over to Rush now. I have to go further afield for these things.
Oh, well, right.
I think people are keeping their
crime
noses
with Rush,
clean.
Don't crime with Rush.
Again, this is just a funny one more so than anything else, to be honest. Probably not even funny, actually. For your man. So, Thomas, 43, from Rush, right? It didn't tell me the reasons why, but the guards searched his home. That's okay. It didn't say why.
Okay.
Right? But, you know, they carried out the search, and what they found was 5, not 1, 5 fake driver's licenses.
Right.
All in his own name. Right?
All in his own name.
All in his own name. 5 fake driver's licenses.
Right, okay.
But apparently he was going through a separation at the time.
Okay.
And basically somebody told him he could get him a fake license and paid this fella 400 quid. So instead of 1,
you got 5.
He got 5.
That's better than 1. That's 5's better than 1.
It was like he got 5 anyway. He said he never used them, and he went off and actually got his own driver's license after that. But the thing for me was there was no conviction or something. The judge basically came out and said, you know, it was an innocent and foolhardy mistake, right? But I'm thinking to myself when I'm reading this, I'm going, but why were they searching his gaff? Maybe no previous convictions, nothing.
I don't know.
What were they doing?
Strange one, isn't it?
Strange one.
Yeah, fucking a bit of fucking plastic, isn't it?
I know, yeah, but for the 5 of them.
See, that's what they are. They're going after the little boys, Ray. And they won't
That's
touch
it,
the big
yeah,
fellas.
that's it.
That's what it is,
That's it.
bro.
But to be honest with you, lads, there was nothing else of note really. Well, nothing worth talking about. To be honest, there was some lads just growing a bit of weed.
All the Rangers
Yeah.
fans as well.
Gosh, we were waiting to hear about that. Although I have to say, I tuned in for the penalty shootout last night. I was delighted.
Morton said that was the best day of his life.
Not the birth of his kid, not the birth of our kids, Mort, or
No, he said,
like
he
that.
said he sat up for 2 hours watching all the carnage after him. He said that wasn't any better than the game itself.
But yeah, that's it. I said nothing much going on this week, lads. I said, although you see now, Frank, the sun's out now, so that's.
I don't know, the sun's out, but there's a wind and I don't know what to be wearing at all. It's wrecked, man.
The sun's out. People will be drinking. We're gonna get a lot of guards antisocial behaviour now. So I'd say give it 2 weeks now. We'll be packed full of
have a field day
stupid
for
crime.
yeah.
Gobshites fucking full as a boot. But yeah, that's our crime in a nutshell this week, lads. And it's time to move it on. As I say every week, Frag's favourite time of the week.
Oh yes, it's time for this week's Random Pony.
Well, it's just a bit around the pony. Yeah.
Right.
And we're back with this week's Random Pony. Yes, Ray, well, where do we start this week? United haven't played a game yet, so I can't. Well, they're still shy.
Still shite. Nothing's changed.
So did you watch the penalty shootout last night?
I did. I was, like I've said, quite happy that I tuned in just for that part. There was part of me that was like, oh, do you know, you just say like they're gonna do it. You know what I mean?
No, we like that on Sunday now.
And there was a few very good penalties as well. That was the thing. I was like, oh, they're going to do it.
Stevie G has his jersey on underneath his Villa top there on Sunday. And they'll have all the buses in Manchester fucking on the pitch.
I don't think so.
Fair feeling. I have this snaky feeling.
I
I have to endure Webb today in Tesco giving me loads over. I just go, I don't give a fuck. Like, seriously, I don't care. I honestly don't give a shit if they do it or not. I still won't be going down to the milestone to all you clowns anyway. So it makes no odds to me.
None of them are even in the milestone anymore. The Liverpool crowd's gone from the milestone, extinct.
I mean, I don't want to get the right more air time, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I'm starting off with it's not kind of a football story, but it's this shite that I keep seeing every time I turn on my phone. It's this Waggett Christie shite.
Oh.
Now, if you don't know what Waggett Christie is, it's basically Rebecca Vardy, wife of footballer Jamie Vardy, and Colleen Rooney, wife of footballer Wayne Rooney. They're in court over she said, she said, he said.
Yeah.
It's the most pointless and most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen.
Tripe.
It's absolute pony.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go on record here and say that Rebecca Vardy is an attention-seeking, fame-hungry mongrel.
Strong words. I can't disagree with you, to be
And
honest.
she's got a head like a busted slipper. I'm sorry, but I had to say it.
Yeah.
Yes. And
It
then
is, it's
fucking Wazza getting out of the car the other day, look, he's going to school.
Well, his little blazer.
But the two lads not just cop that shite on.
You think at some point, like, how did it get to the High Court?
I don't know.
Because somebody told a story on somebody else. You know what I mean?
But there's people out there,
You
right?
hear the stories about Brigham. Something will happen one end of the town.
Huh?
Just down the other end of the
Of
town in
course,
20
yeah.
minutes. Do you know?
I know. Do you think of the stuff that like people are struggling to live today, like, and you've them two clowns in car throwing money at shite.
I know, yeah.
Absolute
Shit.
garbage. I'm going to move on now because
Yeah.
it's just I wasn't going to talk about it, but it's just anytime I turn my phone on, Waggett Christie, it's going, no, not
Yeah.
Waggett Christie. And we're moving on. We're moving on to Brazil now.
Brazil.
Now,
Very good.
this fella here, his name is Arthur Orso.
Arthur Orso.
Now, Arthur Orso is married to 9 wives.
9.
9.
Jesus.
Now,
That sounds
And
like
that's
pain in the sack.
well, I'll tell you one thing. One is enough. But it is.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a
No.
like, you know, he one's hard enough to look after. Not even 9. Now, Arthur has put himself in a right pickle here because they're all anxious about who's the first one to have the baby with him.
So hold on, he's 9 wives and no kids.
Yeah, so he's 9 wives, and they all want to be the first to have the baby with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So poor Arthur here has got a bit of a dilemma.
Yeah.
So basically, Arthur's answer to this is first come, first served.
What's he do? Just like what?
No, so he has to do a schedule
Different one every
to
night.
satisfy the man over time. But it gets better. He wants to have 2 more wives as well.
11 wives.
So he wants to have 11 wives. He wants to have a schedule where he can...
Now, is this legal? Or?
I don't know, but it's clearly happening, you know.
Fucking hell.
So that's fairly...
Fair play to him.
I tell you one thing, Arthur.
If he's keeping 9 women happy.
You want to have them blue lads on speed dial? Anyway, moving on. This is a bit of a strange one, Ray. I don't know how you react to this. Angry mother. She's really, really annoyed at the mother-in-law because the mother-in-law got tattoos of the grandkids without her permission. Now, do you think that she was right to do that? Or do you think she should have said, listen, I'm thinking of getting a tattoo of my grandkids, would it? Or do you think your one's just being an absolute see you next Tuesday?
Is it her ma? No, the mother-in-law.
It's the mother-in-law, yeah.
She probably doesn't like her from the get-go, though, does she?
Bit of friction there, alright.
A bit of friction there. You know what? It is a bit weird just to go and do it. You think it'd be something you'd at least say in passing. You know, like
I think
you're over for a cup of tea or whatever, and you just say, "Oh Jesus, you know, Gillian or whatever, I don't know what her name is. I'm thinking about getting this tattoo done." Odd.
Can you imagine my outlet walking in now on a Tuesday? Here, look at me leg there, Keith. I'm going to get one of Eliza. Really? Yeah, so it's a bit...
That's
do you think consent would have been better? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I suppose, consent is actually right. Because at the end of the day, it's not her kids.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a bit and a tad bit weird, isn't it?
Weird, yeah.
And we're moving on.
She's a proud granny, look.
I'm not being proud.
Leave her.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to this one, Ray. This has been happening over in the UK. Basically, there's some fella on the trams and on the trains. He's sitting there with his phone in the hand, watching dirty movies and looking around trying to get people's reactions.
Alright, fair enough. Anyone's like boxed the head of him.
And they're all especially trying to get reactions off the ladies. Anyways there. So he was there like sitting there and he having a full and people would be going like, wow.
Now he's only looking for a reaction.
Of course, yeah. Well, he's been doing it like in all the trains deliberately like.
Eventually somebody's gonna rub someone up the wrong way and just gonna get
someone hasn't boxed the head off him, like you know, like if you were sitting there, say I was sitting there on the bus or a train with my daughters. Yeah. And then there's fucking Harvey Weinstein sitting there. I'd be going like, no.
Yeah.
I would go over and I'd box the head off.
You'd have a word there,
Not right though, no, you wouldn't do it. Anyway, another headline here from the UK. Man cancels his wedding over his dog. Now, I'll tell you what happened, right?
Right, go on.
Him and his fiancée were engaged for 4 years, and what happened was basically, he said to her, "Listen, she's having a kind of a hen do. You know where you have your hen do, and you have your other hen do, like the gaff hen do, or down to the rig hen do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Local.
The local hen do she was having. Like she was having it in the gaff. So your man said to her, "Listen, you have a great time and all that, and obviously I'll see you tomorrow, and just make sure you put the dog in the room away from the party because people get drunk and all that, which was fair enough. No bother." So anyway, right, your man gets a phone call about 3:30 in the morning saying there's something wrong with the dog, and he goes over to the gaff and your one's fucking in hysterics over the dog, you know. So like they bring it to the vet and all that, and your man goes, "So what happened?" So basically what happened was she didn't put him in the room. Right. So what happened now? You know yourself, dog eating chocolate. Yeah. But the dog, he drank a load of beer and got full. So the dog got absolutely hammered. So he's like, And your man's fuming. I said, right, that's it. Finito. Gone.
Jeez, he must be looking for a way out there now.
Well, he certainly got it. Poor fucking dog.
Fun as a bitch. Jesus Christ. That's like them, you know, you hear those, there was always, is that one of them, like, urban legends or whatever, and say, like, you know, if you were smoking a joint and you, like, blew in the dog's face, you could kill the dog.
Could you?
Yeah.
I never did it now.
I never did it, because I heard that when I was about 15, like, do you know what I mean?
Do you know what just remember? Do you remember the horse that biggest noise? Do you remember the horse got pissed? Oh shit. Anyway, Ray, I was telling you earlier on about this little section I'm going to have a random pony. I'm going to try it out tonight and see how it goes and see what the people think of it, right?
No bother.
So, this section of Random Pony is called Who Am I?
Right.
So, I'm going to give you 4 clues.
Right.
And then after the 4 clue, I'm going to ask you who it is. And if you don't know, I'll give you one more clue. And if you don't know, you don't know then. Right.
Right.
So, clue 1, it's a Balbriggan person. Clue 2,
Right.
lives this side of the town.
Right.
Clue 3, drinks in the minor. Clue 4. Clue 4, lots of families in the Brig have this name.
Right.
So, that's your 4 clues. Have you got any idea who it is?
Lots of families. Jesus Christ.
I can give you one more clue.
No, I'll try and without going, because the next clue will probably make it obvious, would it?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Lots of families. I mean, look, everybody knows about Briggins. Look, there's a million Carvins, there's a million Baxters, you know, Gildayas.
Yeah, loads of them.
I'm gonna go Joe Carvin.
No.
No.
Right, well, I'll give you the last clue, right?
Right, go on.
If you were slagging someone, what's another name for slagging? If you're messing with someone, something we say in Balbriggan.
Don't know.
To give up.
Roast them.
Right, you know when you're slagging someone.
Yeah.
I'm only messing with you. Or some people in Balbriggan, some lads go,
Blackguard. No?
Only
Blackguard.
blackguarding you.
Only Blackguard. That's the clue. Blackguard.
That's the clue, yeah. Well, that wasn't the clue, but you just guessed them. Only blackguard.
No, go on. No.
Blackguard.
Jesus Christ.
I told you that straight away when it's in the blackguard. For anybody who doesn't know,
That's the Glick
Anyway, time for tops or third.
Tops or thirds, yeah. Do you want to go or Lloyd?
I'll go first.
Alright, go on, eh?
I should let you go first because you're Bertie, but fuck it, I'll go first. Well, this week we'll start off with the series that was given me by Mr. Keane Marr. Thank you, Keane, for your selection. Thank you very much. Keane, I'm going to make this simple for you. American Vandal is the name of it, on Netflix. And I'll give you a little gist of what it's about. It's basically set in one of the high schools in America where some lad's been accused of doing this prank. And basically it's a kind of a documentary, and it's all the kids in school are doing the documentary.
Mockumentary.
It's a mockumentary, basically, yeah. Your man's getting accused of drawing a load of flutes on 21 cars.
Right.
And then it just gets silly, like, there's no hairs on that one and all that, so it can't be him. It's stupid, but I watched three episodes of it, because I wanted to see if he was guilty or not, because he's adamant that he's not guilty, but then everybody's saying he is guilty. But I said, I'll give it 3 episodes, and I'll just go, I just can't do this American garbage anymore, man. So I'm going to make this nice and simple for you. It's an absolute chocolate anaconda.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you giving out 5?
1.
1.
Third. Say you'd like it, Ray, actually. You know that? You seem to be laughing at a couple of things I said there.
No, I'm just laughing at the idea of some lad, because I know the idea of it. As a lad spray painting dicks all over the place.
It just...
No, not for you.
No.
Right.
Anyway, the film that I got this week is from Andy Megan. Thank you very much, Andy, for your selection. And it's on Disney Plus, and it's called McFarland USA.
Right.
Gotta say, right, I really enjoyed this one. I'm not gonna tell you the whole. I'll just tell you how. Kevin Costner's in it, and basically he's a football coach, and he
American football.
He's an American football coach at the start, but he does a Fergie throws the bit with like a David Beckham kind of thing, like the hairdryer thing, and he gets sacked, and then he can only get a job in McFarland, which is a kind of a town on the outskirts of California, kind of on the border to Mexico. There's a lot of Mexican heritage there, kind of.
Okay.
So basically, he goes in there and he starts training this track and field team, like makes them, because he sees they're good runners and all that.
Yeah.
And basically turns them into something that they're able to compete and raises their expectations. Because basically they're going to school, then they're walking in the fields, going to school, working in the fields. So they're basically no lives, basically.
Yeah.
This is giving them a way out, kind of.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna say. Because go and enjoy it.
It's an inspirational.
It's very, and it's based on it's actually a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually happened. And yeah, absolutely. I have to say, I really recommend it. Like I said, I'm not gonna tell you any more about it. 4 out of 5 tops. Yeah. Andy Megan, he actually gave me something good
Yeah,
one.
Jesus, yeah, I was surprised when I seen Andy Megan. I was just like, it's gonna be a pile of garbage.
Well, fair play, Andy.
I'll move on to mine. I said it's a weird one, right? I got a series, but it's not really a series because it's a series of films.
Right.
So it was from Stephen Buckley. Thanks very much, Stephen. Fear Street, it's called. It's on Netflix, right? So it's 3 films. That's what it is. So if you get what I'm saying, then it's a series. They're not. You watch them as a series if you get me. It's not like sequels or anything like that. Basically, I've only watched the first one so far, but I will say I'll go on and watch the other 2. So basically, it starts off in 1994. So this is Fear Street 1994. It's part 1. So there's 2 towns, Shadyside and Sunnyvale, right, is what they're called.
Yeah.
And Shadyside is like, how would you describe it? It's like Stamullen, and we'd be Sunnyvale. Do you know what I mean?
I do know.
Shadyside's a shithole, loads of fucking crime and murder and all going on, and Sunnyvale is this fucking, white picket fence utopia, like, do you know?
Right,
But anyway, right, so it starts off anyway, and basically, lad goes, I won't give away too much because I am going to recommend this for you to go and watch, but so lad basically goes on a bit of a murder spree, right? So people are saying, oh, well, why is this, So the story of Shadyside and Sunnyvale is that they were the same town in 1666, and then a witch tried to take over the fucking world or whatever, and they killed the witch, and now the witch has haunted everywhere. So Shadyside got the shit end of the stick basically, and she's been possessing people and causing them to go on murder sprees. So like people are looking back and they're saying, oh well, what about this one? And then like all these previous murderers like come back from the dead, and they're going hunting one of this,
That's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Lindsay loved this.
It's actually very good. Got 83% on Rotten Tomatoes,
very good.
which I was looking at that. I was like, I'd probably go. Yeah, I'd say it's about right. I'd look at it, say somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4 out of 5. It's good. Like it's not groundbreaking horror. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you watch it. And it's one of those that said when I finished one, I was like, grand, I'll watch the next one now when I get home. Do you know what I mean? So it's good. I said I'm somewhere between the 3.5 and the 4 frag, but I'm going to give it a good mark.
Good stuff.
Now, due to it was an oversight on my own part, because I got mixed up with a film and a series, so I'm taking Fear Street as my series, right? I decided to watch a film off my own bat. And what I did was I decided to watch a film that I thought was probably going to be shit. Because as I said, there's no point me going and watching something that I know is going to be great. So I watched a film called Just Go With It on Netflix, starring Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston. And this is one for you lads. Like if you're ever stuck for a film, you know, you're waiting on the Chinese or something, you could probably leave it on the background. That's about as much as good as I can go. Anyway, right, so Adam Sandler, basically long and short of this, he finds out that his wife to be, he's only like 22, his wife to be is only marrying him because he's on a course to be a cardiologist. He's going to be loaded, like, you know. And that's the only reason she's with him anyway, so he finds this out on the wedding day, so off he goes to the bar and says, fuck this, I'm not marrying her, right? So he has his wedding ring, and basically it turns out that having this wedding ring on him turns out to be this great tool for pulling women, like, because women aren't threatened by him or anything, you know, he's a married man, and he's like, oh, my wife beats me, or my wife's an alcoholic, all that stuff. And so he gets the sympathy right? So this is what he's doing. So fast forward 20 odd years, and you know, he's a successful plastic surgeon. And doesn't he? So what happens then? He meets, you know, the love of his life, or so he thinks. And he's telling Jennifer Aniston is his receptionist or office manager, whatever she is. And you know, he's he's telling her this is all fucking great. But what happens is your one finds the wedding ring. And she's like, no, I fucking... So he panics and he says, oh, I was married, but I'm getting divorced. And basically, Jennifer Aniston pretends to be the wife that he's divorcing.
Yeah,
she's got her own 2 kids. She's already really divorced. And so, you know, they think it's going to be really funny. You know, whoever was making the film probably thought it was going to be really funny. So they like have all these kind of adventures, and they go to Hawaii together on holiday. And Adam Sandler's cousin turns up and he's calling himself Dolph Lundgren and all this kind of fucking shit, right? But 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, Craig. Adam Sandler won the 2012 Golden Raspberry for Worst Actor. And I cannot disagree with that. I don't mind Adam Sandler, but he's absolutely terrible in this film. And it's a shit film. 1 out of 5 is being generous, to be honest, but I leave it at 1. And King Kong's finger, Turd. That's that. That's that.
That's it, our lad. Anyway, that's been this week's Random Pony. On to the main one now, our lad.
Right, lads, and we're back, and this week we're chatting about, you know, kind of childhood foods, weird food combinations, just kind of food in general, I suppose.
Pretty much.
And I'm going to start this off by saying a lot of you people need a bit of help, I would say.
Definitely.
Some of the stuff you as absolute creatures are eating out there is just... It's baffling, lads. Baffling.
I think it's making it up, some of it. You have to be. There's no
I
way.
don't know, you see, but then I'd be privy to who answers these questions as well, you know, especially the ones you see on Facebook. They're open, and I was like, is are proud that you're eating this muck? Do you know what I mean? Like plastered all over Facebook. I don't know, Frank. But yeah, I suppose what I learned this week, Frank, as well, is that Irish people will put absolutely anything
Pretty much
between 2 slices of bread.
Oh, Jesus
Right,
Christ.
that's what I learned this week.
I'll let you start on that.
So start check. So that I know your story for this. I know what's coming in here, right? I'll leave that one to you. I'll start off with a few of the weird sandwich combinations that I got off people this week, Craig. I'll start you off. Shepherd's pie and peas, right? That's not too bad. That's probably the most normal.
I tell you what, I could probably do that because I always eat a coddle sandwich or a stew sandwich.
No, see, I dip bread into a stew. I wouldn't.
Would you not? No, I'd get the bread and I'd whack the beef and the carrot and the...
I wouldn't put carrot. No way. Carrot? No.
Ah?
No, dip.
No. Full blown down Rambo. That one I would dig.
Yeah. Now I'll give you this, and this is what this started off right. Right, this started off right. So curry chip from the Chinese with fried rice, right? red sauce.
Oh,
No.
no.
Tinned peaches on toast.
What the
Which, yeah.
Hang on, did someone from a Brigham give you that?
Yeah, well, no, it was Brian Kiley. It was his sister.
Ah,
They asked me
jeez.
for. Yeah, I've here we go. This one's Woody, right? Which I just thought was absolutely disgusting. So strawberry jam on toast with corned beef.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Salt and
Okay.
salt and vinegar king crisps with gravy.
Who's that? Sorry, I know we don't like calling
I
people
wrote
out.
down the first name. I didn't write down the school
Salt
name.
and vinegar. With
Gravy.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Meanies and salad cream.
Fuck off.
Disgraceful. Now, this one actually, I could get on board with this now. I'd like to see it. Because we talked about banana sandwiches. And I'll throw one in here now before we go on. Banana sandwiches, where am we? So I asked people, and I actually wasn't surprised. So 78% of people that come back have had a banana sandwich. Now I haven't had one in years, but I remember them being quality. But
it's not that bad though.
we're going with this, right? So it's banana and jam. I can imagine that being alright. But I'll tell you the story about my Uncle Vin.
Oh, jeez.
You know where I'm going with this.
You know this.
I swear to God, I can still see his face when he was telling me about it. And so this is donkeys years ago now. And
I can imagine him talking.
I was over in the house, and yeah, that was it. He was making a banana sandwich, right, which was fine. That wasn't weird for me.
Yeah.
And then he whips out. What's he whip out? A bottle of red sauce.
Oh, God.
Puts the red sauce on the sandwich. And that's lovely out that. And I was like, you fucker. I remember going back around to the house, and it's like, my dad was still there at the time. And I was like, that's your brother, like. What's that? And he's like, I don't know. And that was a banana and red sauce sandwich.
I can just picture him there saying it.
I was like, no, I was like, I can't be dealing with that.
Oh, fucking hell.
But yes, it's so 78% of people come back to banana sandwich though, and that's it. It has it in my head. I'll be honest. At some point over the weekend, I'm gonna have one.
Staying on bananas there, Ray. My good wife Lindsay, she has bananas with her curry.
What?
Yes.
Did you know that when you married her?
Well, like make it for her every Friday.
Bananas.
Yep.
Hold on now. Is the banana in the curry or is the banana just like on the side?
Like on the side. Like I'll put the curry there and the rice, and then I'll cut up a banana and put it on the side for her. Oh yeah.
I don't know what to make of that, to be honest.
Gospel. I'll tell you, she.
Now I will say, do you know when you get some of them curries and sometimes they have a bit of pineapple in it or whatever? Oh, and I'll be a fan of that. That little fruity curry, a few bits of little sultanas or raisins.
No, do you know what? I'd probably give that a whack.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
There's a few other random ones though here. Frank said there's people that put cake in between two slices of bread. I mean the fact that you've cake, right?
I've got
Cake.
Swiss roll here.
Cake, Swiss roll in a sandwich.
Yeah, my mother.
So
Yeah, my ma.
jeez, I thought the other one was
Swiss roll in a sandwich.
yeah.
Kit Kat sandwiches.
I remember the Kit Kat
Twix
sandwich.
sandwich.
So yeah.
And she'd used to she'd hide the Kit Kats. She'd hide them for the next morning. She'd have the Kit Kats for the sambo.
Kit Kat sandwich. Jesus Christ.
Even my own daughters.
Huh?
My own daughters. They put chips in their ice cream.
No, that bothers me. Isabel does that.
Oh.
You go to McDonald's if she gets a milkshake.
Look at them going. What are you doing?
I don't get it. It's not chips. Don't go with those kind of flavors. As far as I'm
Can I ask you one, Ray?
Go on.
Can you crisp and chocolate, right?
Right.
Can you eat a crisp and eat chocolate?
At the same time.
Yeah.
No, I'm not mad.
I can't do it.
I'm not mad on that combination. Like, not at all. Now I will say Maltesers in with popcorn in the cinema. Class. But it's popcorn. It's not crisp. It's not crisp.
Fair enough.
Bar chocolate. But one thing is actually just what I'm saying. Right. Here's one for you now. Right. You're saying about dipping the chips into like ice cream or milkshake or whatever, right? The humble chip sandwich, Frank, a classic.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
A classic.
Oh, where's this gone?
No, I just want to know, right? Chip sandwich. How would you have it, right? Bag of chips there from the deli burger, which is probably about €75 now at this stage.
360 now.
360. Somebody told me it was 380.
For fuck's sake, Franco, come on.
Only a year ago they were 320. Franco, inflation's only fucking 8%. You know what I mean?
We'll be doing that video on
It won't be let in. But yeah, no, chip sandwich. You know what I mean? If you have everything available to you that you want, what does your chip sandwich entail?
I just get the chips and put it on brown bread with no butter.
How have we been friends this long?
I know I'm weird. Like
brown bread, no butter.
Yeah. Like not like the fucking McCain.
No, I know what you mean.
Like the Brendan's bread.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I don't get me wrong. I don't mind butter on me bread.
Yeah.
But it can go out.
No, it has to be for me.
Yeah.
White sliced pan, soft, fresh. Butter, preferably real butter, but I'll accept something else. You know what I mean? Plenty of salt and vinegar on chips. But here's a question for you: sauce? Would you put sauce on?
No.
Man. So, in my humble opinion, Keith, no sauce.
No sauce,
right? No
right?
sauce of any description should be anywhere near a chip sandwich. And lads, I'm disappointed, to be honest. 67% of people come back and said absolutely yes. Sauce has to be on the chip sandwich. No. Salt and vinegar, butter on the bread.
Same with a breakfast roll. I wouldn't put red sauce on a breakfast roll either.
I could take or leave that now. But yeah, no, it was like they had the chip sambo. I was like, actually, and speaking of chips, bit of a throwback, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember McCain micro chips?
Oh, we do indeed, yes.
What's your opinion on them?
Well, I used to love them.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were
Even though they were rotten.
I thought they were absolute garbage. I have no idea. Now, in fairness, my ma, I don't know what it was about my ma. She would buy things that I had told her I didn't like.
Yeah.
She assumed it. It's like, I got pork chops at least once a week.
Oh yeah.
Hated them. Told her that. And I remember talking to her one day. She was like, I thought you said you liked them. I was like, no, I told you about 10 years ago I hated them. And she was like, oh.
Thing was though, really, back in the day.
Microchips was the same.
Yeah, but you look at it, right, the way your man was looking at that, microchips, microwave. And that's why you would have looked at it as well. Like,
job,
even though you didn't like stuff, they was like, fuck you, you're eating it. That was it though.
Oh no, I know, that's the thing. I mean, for, quick, and I suppose they were cheap.
It was more the novelty of actually putting them in the microwave and getting them out there. Now they were like little rubbers.
That's what I'm saying. It was either one or the other. Either they kind of went all scabby or they just stuck in a lump.
They should have been nicer than they were. They looked nice on the telly.
But 57% of people came back saying utter shite.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was said now. I was like, oh, but you got the crinkle cut ones if you were feeling fancy.
Here's one for you, Ray. Do you remember the red Granby burgers?
The Granby burgers, yeah.
My sister said she got
6% meat, I'd say.
My sister said she got a colonic irrigation about 10 years ago and was still there.
The rebels, they were. Well, they still sell them. The everyday
they did
burger.
only up until.
I'm pretty sure you can get them in Swift.
Yeah, I can actually, Ray, yeah.
And they're about 50 cents each.
Do you know who used to eat a lot of them?
Who?
The lads going fishing. The lads be going fishing. They'd be going into Tesco's and the whole fucking trolley be full of Granby burgers.
But you probably didn't even need to refrigerate them. There's no meat in them. Well, I remember looking at something. I think they're only like about 30% beef or something like that.
I don't know what they were, but I used to eat them all the time.
They were. I remember years ago getting a disposable barbecue and we had a bit of a now camp set up in the. We're down the car park there at the Martello Tower.
I remember that actually,
we got a few Granby burgers going on that. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Actually, speaking of it, kind of keeping it on the old school there, right? Crispy pancakes.
Oh, I loved them. I loved them.
What was your favourite flavour?
Oh, steak and kidney, 100%.
Steak and kidney.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Now that's I didn't. But
they died on their arse. They still get certain ones now.
The steak and kidney didn't seem to last long.
Even I used to love the steak and kidney pies, the Denny ones. They're gone as
Oh,
well.
yeah, the Denny ones.
Oh.
Well, now, actually, the Frey Bentos pie in a tin. You a fan? They're the ones.
Yes.
Fucking love them. Absolutely.
I always look at them in the middle shop and go,
got absolutely slaughtered on Instagram. I think fucking I was about 85% of people come back and were like absolute dirt. Craig, I love them.
they're intriguing, aren't they?
Absolutely love them. Unbelievable, so they are. Just the gooey mess. I don't even know if it's meat. The steak and kidney was fucking incredible. Incredible. But yeah, people about bringing it. Yeah, surprisingly, I tell you what, actually now, I'll come back to this. Cunts eating fucking salt and vinegar clean crisps and gravy on bread and having to go with me over a steak and kidney pie.
Yeah, that's a bit rich now, guys.
A bit rich coming from you.
Yes.
Fucking Haribo's, rashers and red sauce on a crispy roll.
Sorry. Repeat that.
Haribo's, rashers and red sauce on a specifically crispy roll.
No. Who's that?
Sam Casey.
Wait till I see him tomorrow. Fucking hell. He's taking the piss. That couldn't be right.
Actually, I'll go back to that there. Before I go back to the crispy pancakes, there's one actually we'll say. It was Paul Murray, brother of Jazz Murray.
Even Jazz.
He got dared in school years ago to have peach yogurt and King crisps all mashed together in a sandwich. He's headed for it there.
No water to the fancy lad.
Yeah, he said about 5 minutes later, came straight back up. That's a terrible conversation. Combination. Yeah, peach yogurt. I love that people are very specific about these things as well. You know, peach yogurt.
Speaking of fruits, right, I was telling you about Master Chef Pat there a few minutes ago.
Oh my god.
Well,
yeah. Go on, tell them.
my sisters were telling me that they went over for dinner a while ago, and he's making a kind of Italian kind of thing, and it's not really nice. And my ma's house makes cooking as well.
Yeah.
But they were eating it away, and I said, "Oh God, there's something fucking not right about this." I said, "Isn't it lovely, girls?" She says, "Yeah, it's lovely." Dad. I said, "What's the different flavour?" I put oranges in it.
Oranges in the pasta.
No, what are you doing?
What's he doing?
I don't know. I thought he was fucking Gordon Ramsay.
He was thinking a bit fancy.
I'm whacking the fucking
It must be the only fruit in the kitchen. Probably he was like,
no, man,
Oranges.
It destroys the whole dish completely.
Yeah, no, that's a poor choice.
Not a good one.
No, but I'll go back to the crispy pancakes. Now we'll see as well. Somebody actually
It's like them when they were nice and well done.
Not too warm.
I love them when they kind of went a bit blacky.
Little bit, no, take a bit dark brown, just before the burn. That's it. You want a crisp. You know what I mean? They're called crispy pancakes for a reason. You want a crisp.
You still get them, can't you?
You can still get them,
flavours you can get.
As I said, I had a look and I said, what were our top flavours? Right, so in last place there was a chicken and sweet corn, which I've had the displeasure of eating.
That's
Garbage, right? That bottom of the pile, lads, 3% of the vote. Coming in third, which I think is a bit harsh, the chicken curry one, 22% of the vote.
I never tried that.
No. Chicken curry one was incredible. Second place, just ahead, 25%, chicken and ham.
That one looks.
That was in the whitey sauce.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't as nice as the curry, but look, here's what it is. But pissing all over. Number one, 50% of the vote, the minced beef lad.
What was taking kidney?
Exactly. But the steak and kidney didn't last very long.
No, it kind of went out with
it kind of just came in and just left. You see, I'd be a fan of the steak and kidney, but the minced beef
didn't like the
came out top. Did you not?
No.
You see, I wasn't mad on it because there was all the big lumps of onion.
Same with the mince pies. I'm not really into them either.
Big lumps of onion in it. I was like, nah, not having it. But now, interestingly, I did like it. Jeez, I can't think who said it. What they used to do was, slice her open. Their mince pie, so like opened it out, put chips inside it.
Oh, yes, I used to do that.
I don't know if that's put the chips inside and then fold her back.
I used to do that. I used to just put them in to the top.
No, you have to get it nice and neat. Nice and neat.
Well,
There was a few shouts as well for people for crispy pancake sandwiches. I'd be all for that now. If I got one slice of bread, put her there, fold her over.
I've
Yes,
done it. I did it.
I've done it.
I've done
I
it.
know I've done it.
I know I've done that. I have done
I'm
that.
proud that I've
And
done
I
it.
tell you what, mate, it's
I'm gonna do it again.
absolutely lovely. No, I stand by that. Do you remember I was talking about this yesterday? Remember the lard? Do you remember the tub? Remember the fucking box of lard? It's put in the pan.
Smell of it.
Oh.
The smell of it, disgusting. I never see it when it's like rock hard. So it's lard. You can probably still get. I bet you there's plenty of old ones out there.
This is well before Crisp and Dry came along.
It's crisp and dry. Jesus, you can still get that in a big block as well.
Crisp and Dry.
Yeah.
I remember the ad for that.
What was the ad?
Cause we're crisp and dry, the food's still crisp and dry.
But trying to see what else have we got here. Here's one for you, just a random one again. As it came into my head, I was looking at things that were, what did he say? It was an article I was reading. It was weird foods that you'll only find in Ireland, right? So one that I looked at, I'll be honest, straight off the bat, Frag, not a fan. The garlic cheese chips. What's your take on it?
I'm not the biggest fan of that now. Would I eat it? Probably, but yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm going to say, right, 69% of people come back saying, yeah, it's a good thing.
I like an taco chip.
I'm in the minority here, Frag. The garlic cheese chip is it's wrong every level. Every level. Just the cheese is melted for a start. Right? The cheese is never melted. That white fucking emulsion paint fucking garlic sauce, that's garbage. That is absolute garbage. The whole thing is just it's not right.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the biggest fan, but if I would eat it after a few sups, the lager, yes.
Then I'm definitely not eating it. No, definitely, I'd go the opposite way.
You can't bake a curry chip though.
A curry chip,
Not
a curry chip is just
a tray.
Yeah. I will say, if you're feeling fancy, a cheese chips out of Eddie Rockets.
I've tried that actually.
That's another. It's no super chip. Also, reading today, right?
Pack races come back.
No, but you can buy pack races, so it's the original recipe, chicken coating, and it's run by, I think it's a nephew of Pack Race, and he sells a kilo bag of chicken seasoning for €10.
There we go.
And it's the original KFC recipe. So I don't get it. You can buy it on their website. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Can you get the gravy as well?
I don't know. I'll have to have a look. He did say I was blackguarding earlier saying they post up on Facebook, and I was like, said something about the Blind Boy podcast, and it turns out I said we were talking about pack races on a podcast before Blind Boy.
That's correct.
And a man came back to me and he was like, "What podcast? I'd love to listen." But it's out there, lads. Tenner kilo bag.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
The chicken.
Here's one for you, Ray. Actually, now
Go on.
you get a pizza.
Right.
You dip red sauce.
Red sauce?
The red sauce on the side.
No.
Or a barbecue based pizza.
No. Barbecue based pizza. Lads, I'm gonna ask anybody who eats barbecue based pizza to just never listen to the podcast again. No, it's wrong. It's wrong.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I ordered a barbecue burger?
No. Right.
It was in Sunderland.
Sunderland.
5 years ago, right? About 2 in the morning, obviously, dying for the feed.
Yeah.
Went to this, some sort of chipper anyway in Sunderland, and went in and said, alright, give us a now barbecue burger there, will you?
Really?
Because I wanted nice. Because I had one in Witherspoon at the time, it was nice. I said, I get one like this, it'd be lovely. So anyway, right? The man goes out, hands me this box. Opened the box. What's in it? A fucking pizza. I said, what's this? He said, that's a barbecue burger. I said, that's a fucking pizza, it's not a burger. That was the name of the pizza, was the barbecue burger.
That's confusing.
It was nice though. I still tackled it, but yeah, I was kind of waiting for my burger and what's this pizza? Still nice to let it.
I don't know. That's fair. No, I just thought barbecue sauce on a pizza frag for me. No, doesn't belong. I like sauce, right? I like to have a little dip.
Yeah, me
But,
too.
do you know what I mean? It's just pizza has to be just pizza sauce, tomato sauce. No. But go for a few other little random bits and pieces here, Fraggle, right? Super noodle sandwich. No? 63% of people say you're wrong, Frag.
What do you say?
Super noodle. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, 100%.
White bread, plenty of butter.
Not a noodle,
Yes.
nah, brother.
Oh, unbelievable.
Nah,
Um,
me, bud.
well, right, here's one for you now. You know, an egg mashed up in a cup, bit of butter,
Yes.
salt and pepper on it, right? Because, I'll be honest, right? You hear from the two twinnies, they call that a googie egg, right? They sound like morons.
Sound like morons.
A googie egg, right? Never really had the heart to sort of say, right, you sound like a dope.
You just did.
We'll give it out, right? But anyway, googie egg. So 54% of people came back to say it's just called egg in a cup. Now, it's about 46% of people call it a googie egg. I never heard this said ever
You just told me there.
until Twinny said it. So I don't know, but yeah, is I wrong? Clearly. So go around the house here, Frag. What a few bits and pieces. Rich tea biscuits with butter.
Yes. I would have done that in the past,
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
So went back.
Yes.
So the question was basically, is it unreal or is it rotten? So 74% of people came back unreal. I love it. Love it.
It's alright.
think it's
I
class.
wouldn't be running out to Tesco's to buy it just now.
Right, now here's a controversial. Well, it could be controversial, could not be. Like I was saying with the crisp or with the chip sandwich.
Yeah.
The crisp sandwich, Frank.
Right.
Right, tell me. What's your top crisp sandwich?
Don't eat
How
crisp
does it go?
sandwich.
What?
I don't eat them.
What?
I don't eat them anymore, honestly. I haven't eaten a crisp sandwich in years.
How?
I just don't. Just not for me.
Oh.
I used to love them when I was a kid, but I grew
Jesus,
out.
man.
Me almost me wife now and me daughter
Yeah.
love them now, but not for me, brother.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm going to go through it out to people anyway and say, what are your top crisps for a crisp sandwich? Right? So, unsurprisingly, only 3 people voted for Walkers. I'm going to say now Walkers. Garbage. Absolute garbage. I'd take them fake Nordy Teo.
That's
Over a bag.
nice.
I'd take them over a bag of Walkers. Third place, 7% of the vote, Hunky Dories. Now, I just threw Hunky Dories in there. But
I'll have hunky dories on the side with a sambo.
yeah.
I'd have them there on the plate.
Would you not put a couple in a sandwich then when you're
No.
eating?
Do you know what actually, our lad? The way I'm talking about it here now, I think I might have to go back and get one out. Would you toast it?
Toasted? A
Yeah.
crisp sandwich, toasted.
Could you do a toasty?
Oh, be mad.
Do you know
No,
what?
I'm just talking literally crisp sandwich.
You ever make your own crisp, right?
Oh.
I made my own crisp before.
I cut the hands off myself trying to slice that thin.
Did it once, did them in the air fryer. Turned out lovely.
Second place, King Crisps. For me now, Tato come out on top. Wow, I mean, there's the gap in votes is fucking ridiculous, right? But 58% of the vote come in, so Tato was the number 1. I'd go King though. Like,
A lot of people
personal
won't go
choice.
King,
I'd
yeah.
go King. Fresh white bread, preferably Brennan's batch bread. Fresh as you can get it. Real butter, King Crisps. Optional cheese single. And you're, frag. As to say, now you're sucking diesel, like, you know what I mean? Fucking incredible. Incredible. But yeah, as I said, those were the kind of the random bits and pieces that I was throwing out there, Frag. I said, we've had the shitty combinations. And what I did ask people was, there's one for you now, right? Your top dinner growing up.
Oh, easy. Coddle.
Coddle?
Brown coddle, yeah.
Yeah. Coddle got plenty of mentions. The one that come up, actually, I'm going to put this now here now. It was Jill Graham, right? So loads of people come back with, sausage, egg and chips.
Yeah.
Or, sausage, beans, chips.
Yeah.
Jill come back. Sausages, chips, eggs, grand. We're going all right.
Yeah.
Peas. I don't hate it, but it's wrong.
I can't have peas and beans together.
No, there's no sausage, chips, eggs, peas. And she was the only person that came back with this.
Yeah.
As I said, I got a heap of sausage egg chips, sausage bean chips.
I don't know, man. It's
Peas. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
I prefer beans now myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I suppose.
A lot of people came back as well, giving out about beans, saying, your beans can't touch other foods. A lot of weird people out there. I would have been a big fan back in the day of the mashed potatoes. Get the baked beans. Turn it into a big pink mess.
Yeah, my young one now just making beans touching that and nothing like that.
Really?
Yeah, people are like that.
Bit weird, man. Bit weird.
Can you have your beans touching red sauce?
See, I wouldn't put red sauce, man. Really.
I normally do. Say I was having spice burgers, chips and beans. I'd have beans on the other
Great
side.
dinner. Great
I'd have beans on the other side, and I'd have red sauce on the other side to do it touch each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about that one. Because no, the red sauce is similar enough. Like, wouldn't have beans touching mayonnaise.
Oh, fuck
that
that mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Oh, the passion.
Ah,
Not for
no,
me.
no, I don't mind mayonnaise now. Draw the line at salad cream. Salad cream is the disgrace. I don't understand why people are still buying it in this day and age. Somebody said there's literally 70 fucking different types of sauce there in Tesco's. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Salad cream is still one of them, Frank, and that's a crime. That's an absolute crime. A few others. One that I thought was weird now. A few people said it. Mashed potatoes, beans, and fried eggs.
Now, I have had that, Ray. We normally have beans, potatoes and sausages.
Yeah.
And we whack an old egg on top of the old spuds. That's
See,
quite nice.
I've never done this, and this is what people saying. It's the egg on top of the spuds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I normally put eggs. I put a raw egg into the spuds sometimes to thicken them up.
Maybe for me, fish fingers going into that. Fish fingers, beans, chips. The fish finger sandwich, though, Frank. No, back to no. Loved it.
No.
Loved it. Absolutely. That's probably the only thing that would have got a bit of red sauce back in the day. Now, I said again, 2 nice
Remember
slices
the
of bread.
Queen's one used to get years ago?
Which
The Queen's
fish fingers.
The yellow pack ones.
The yellow. And put a Tesco value.
God.
It's probably not fish.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would like Granby burgers, is it?
Do you remember the Findus burgers?
No.
Findus
Frozen
lean
burgers.
cuisine.
Findus lean cuisine.
And the little shitty Gino Giannelli pizzas.
Oh, I used to love them. They were unreal. You can still, well, they're not Gino Giannelli's anymore, I suppose. You still get them a lot of places. A lot of kids love them.
The little small
Just
lads.
a little mini
Yeah.
pizzas.
We can still get them.
Tasty
around,
enough
yeah.
now. Tasty enough. What else we got? That's kind of it. So we kind of have the throwbacks. I said the crispy pancakes. As I said, Frag, there's the few things in my head now that are on my list. And I said the banana sandwich is one of them. I'll probably tip into Super Value or something tomorrow and get an out packet of crispy pancakes.
I think I'll try that Chris Sambo again.
You have to.
Yeah, we have a few for you here before we
What?
sign off.
Yeah.
These are a bit bonkers. I'll start you off with these hour. Right. A baked beans and egg pizza.
Oh, I don't hate it. How would we... I have an idea in my head of what it looks like.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I'm going to say I'd eat that. Yeah, without question.
Right. Ketchup filled in a hard-boiled egg.
No.
Yeah.
Is the yolk taken out of the egg?
Yeah.
And it's just...
Yeah.
No? Oh, the yolk's the best part of the egg.
No,
What do
yeah.
you do with it?
Oh.
No, Dortbag.
Now,
What?
a clam chowder ice pop.
No.
What
No.
the?
Remember that in The Simpsons? Remember that? Chow there.
Chowder.
Say it, Frenchie. Chow there.
Banana slices of raw fish.
No.
Uncooked noodles with peanut butter spread.
Oh, there's something wrong with people.
No, this is...
Now I will say, no matter what, I know you said you're not a noodle man, right?
No.
If I be cooking the thing super noodles or whatever, I generally will break a bit off of the block and eat that, but I wouldn't eat a whole one. You know?
Chocolate donuts stuffed with baked beans.
No. No.
Oreos with pickled fillings.
With pickled what?
Fillings.
Like...
You know the pickles you get in McDonald's?
Oh, in between.
Yeah.
Oh no! Why? Like, why are people doing these things, Frank?
Spaghetti wrapped in sliced ham.
What sort of spaghetti are we talking? Like tin spaghetti?
Roller.
Yeah, if it was tin spaghetti, I don't know. I could probably get on board with that. I love tin spaghetti. Unreal.
Tuna inside an ice cream cone.
No, fuck off.
That's...
Fuck off. Tuna from a can is probably one of like the worst things that's ever been created. It's vile.
Oh, it's
absolutely
horrendous, man.
vile.
Pasta topped with chocolate sauce and cheese.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, that's... No, that... I mean, you know, I've eaten some questionable combinations in my time, Frank. I mean, and questionable is putting it fucking mildly. But that's... No.
Chili with sushi.
I can't do sushi.
Yeah, me neither.
So, no, never. I love chili, though.
Peas coated with peanut butter.
No.
Vegetable beef pancakes.
Vegetable and beef pancakes.
Yeah.
It's back again. Right,
The resident singer's back again.
Going to serenade us. What's that again to me? Vegetable
beef pancakes.
You see, you can do savoury pancakes. Do you know what I mean? So they're not like the sweet, sort of fluffy lads or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know now. I'm on the fence with that one now. I'd have to see that. I'd have to see that to see what it looked like.
Mustard and marshmallow pretzels.
No, fuck off. Fuck off. Simple as that.
Salmon lasagna.
Why? Like, why? Why do people insist on ruining good things? Lasagna. Are you a fan of lasagna?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lasagna is top tier dinner as far as I'm concerned. I want to know why are you going dicking around with it like that?
Salmon cheesecake.
I'll stick that salmon cheesecake up your fucking hole for you. No. Lads, why are you eating this stuff?
That's all there. That's just
why?
garbage. Do you know we forgot to mention the bread and jam and the sugar sandwich?
Fuck the sugar sandwich. Jeez, isn't that right? Actually, I didn't write that down because I thought I wouldn't forget it. But no, do you know, actually, I say obviously a lot of people come back with the sugar sandwich. Now, do you know what that reminds me of? It would have been me ma's Auntie Molly. So what's that make her? My grandaunt. And that was the thing. If you went to Molly's house on a Saturday, you'd get like proper brown bread with butter and sugar on it, and it was delicious. Like, it was the thing though. I said you only got it in Molly's house because my ma wouldn't give it to me because of so much fucking sugar. But you couldn't say no.
What about a brown sauce and sugar sandwich?
Brown sauce and sugar.
Yeah.
Oh. That's what I said. A few people come back with that. Yeah, like brown sauce sandwiches and red sauce sandwiches and stuff like that. Now I will say when I was a kid, I used to like a red sauce sandwich, and I called it a blood sandwich, and I thought I was fucking mad. Like,
that's what I'm thinking of now.
There was just, I tell you what, the thing is, Frank, we could be here all day with just the absolute creatures that come back with disgraceful dinners. I mean, look, what do you say? I mean, I know Balbriggan was never like, a salubrious town, but I mean, we've kind of, we've moved on a little bit, and we're kind of, the harvest sells chicken wings now, lads. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. That sort of stuff. But no, I suppose that's it from me. What I'd say is, lads, an absolutely brilliant response from everybody.
Yeah, fantastic.
Especially on Facebook with the posts and stuff that we put up.
These are all dirty bastards.
These are all animals, like absolute animals, but just a sound.
But we love you anyway. You're our dirty animals.
Exactly. But lads, yeah, look, just again, like we always say, look, thanks very much for getting involved. It was brilliant, and I was both delighted and disgusted to see all of the shit that you were eating. So Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you next
Yeah,
week.
thanks guys. See you next week. Have a good one.
Oh, what's the story hour, lad? What's the story hour? What's the story hour, lad? What's the story hour? Hour!
All right, our lads.
Grand hour, lad.